Let's check. Okay. All right, seems to be working. So guys, then welcome everyone to game number 1 in the next series of the stream. We have the second round, Americas actually, so I probably should update this because it's not EU anymore, it's Americas, and this is Suomi A versus Aftermath Z. For game number 1, we'll have Villese and TheMax playing on the left-hand side with Poles and Franks. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we'll see Liereyy playing with Saracens. We'll see Hearttt playing with Franks. So let's talk about these civilizations. Starting up north on the left-hand side, Villese playing with Poles is going to have, first off, 5, 10, 15, and 20 HP per minute regeneration on villagers, depending on the age. Starting in the Dark Age, of course, going in increments towards the Imperial Age. They also get 50% gold generation from stone miners. So per each unit of stone that they get, they're going to be getting half a unit of gold. On top of that, they get access to full work as opposed to mills. And for the team bonus, scout line units will have 1 bonus damage against archer type units, kind of like a nerf version of the Persian bonus, the team bonus, right? For scouts as opposed to knights. Meanwhile, for TheMax playing with Franks, we'll have 20% extra HP on cavalry units starting in the Field Age as well. 25% cheaper castles. Free farm upgrades. Oh, nice pick over here. 15% faster working foragers. And then for the team bonus, we'll see. Oh boy, we could see a villager going down over there. They gotta be careful. They are being greedy right now, but they do get the villager and no scouts go down. Beautiful. So, yeah, this is actually a pretty good start already for AMZ. Mike and Nerd their way into a villager lead. And we'll see if Suomi will be able to keep up and potentially even catch up. But yeah, besides that, finally then, before I forget, this is beautiful, by the way. Check this out. They're even taking herdables. That's gotta be so annoying for Villese. And on top of that, we'll see also for Franks 2 extra line of sight, the Nightline units against, well, full stop, right? And then on the right hand side, we'll see Hearttt playing with Franks, so the same civilization we already talked about, and Liereyy playing with Saracens. Now, are those rock mountain stone? These are vents. This map is called Geothermal Valley. So we have vents around which you'll find golds and stones. So you can collect from this. And now each player is going to begin surrounded by like 4 vents, if I'm not mistaken. Or I think it's like 2 player specific vents, and then we have a few extra vents around. But you certainly should be getting access to these resources. Now, this map is very interesting. If you have not seen the tournament before, or if you have not seen this tournament in this map in the tournament before, Geothermal Valley is a winning map from our map contest for Terra Nova Duos. And it's an incredible one. It's really well made. Who made this one? Was it Zenus? Let me go and take a look at it real quick. I do have the information here. Let's check. So Geothermal Valley, or could it be from Green Eggs? Okay, there we go. Geothermal Valley was actually made by Zednus, yeah, for this tournament specifically, and it's a beautiful one. It does kind of have a layout that resembles Hamburger a little bit, with the difference, of course, that because you do have some eyes next to the stripe of wood over here, that will in the end prevent players from going for full walls. If you wanted to wall yourself, you'll probably have to end up going for something like this, right? Like from here towards the TC, probably. Something like this, and then maybe something like this, or something like this, perhaps. It'd be super awkward. For sure. Maybe something like this, and then just have your teammate pick it from there and go for something like a team wall. That'd be good, but because of the way that the vents are distributed, it's gonna be kind of hard. I guess it's gonna be a little bit easier for Liereyy maybe to go for something like this, right? Yeah, maybe around the vent so that he can secure this one at the very least. There we are. PLH is coming up for everyone already. The one civilization we didn't really introduce this game was Liereyy civilization, the Saracens. For which Liereyy is going to have 10 extra HP on camel units. Then on top of that, Saracens also get cheaper markets that trade resources for cheaper. We'll see some water bonuses for galleys and for transport ships as well. And for the team bonus, we'll see also for Saracens 2 bonus damage from foot archer units against buildings. Let me see if I can recall the change for Saracens. So now the Mamelukes are not going to... Let's check. Mamelukes are not going to have the archer armor type, so it's not going to take any extra damage from like skirmishers, right? Or genitors or that kind of unit. Which is pretty interesting. What bonuses would surely come in useful here? Yeah, for sure. Range is coming up already for Liereyy. As the players start getting to the fuel age finally, we'll see scouts come out from the Frank players. We'll see archer ranges come out from the archer players, Liereyy and Villese in this case. Villese is not really going for an archer range at all. Actually, he's just going for a blacksmith. So what is the plan over here for Liereyy? He doesn't have a strong enough economy to go for fast castling, right? He doesn't have any stables. What is the plan over here then? Not really sure. Let's see on the right hand side. Yeah. We already have archers coming out for Liereyy, which is fantastic. It's going to be putting pressure against Villese. And then down south we'll see for hard Franks, which is also fantastic. Another forward coming out for Villese. Beautiful. He's taking full advantage of the berries here. He's trying to get the walls up. Preempted tower coming up right next to the goal and the stone. Yeah, and the walls coming up over here should be able to hold on just fine against any kinds of pushes from Liereyy for sure. Down south on the other hand, Heartt's been going for some scouts himself, as you should be expecting. And so far he's not really been able to get too much damage done. Up until this point, KD is 1-0 for eco units in favor of AMZ, but you take a look at villager count and it's actually the same for both teams, so Suomi has managed to catch up. If we take a look at overall KD, it's about 2-2. Now it's probably going to change a little bit. Let's see. We have scouts coming out from the Max over here. We have Liereyy with archers, with spearmen over there as well. But the Max is bringing villagers over! Oh boy! One villager going down! That is, yes, the case. That is not the case, actually. The villager stays up still, but now it's going down. Yes, sir. We might see another villager going down. Oh boy, now this is open. Lierey's got 2 archers. Heartt's got 2 scouts over here. That's another villager going down. There's another villager coming up over here. Should be able to get to the house foundation already, as we have some scouts coming over from the Max, but that's already a lot of damage. Eco KD overall, 3-0 in favor of AMZ. They're able to get their lead once again. Beautiful. There we go. We'll see Castle H very soon come out for Heartt, despite being the one putting the most pressure down south. In the end, most likely, he'll be the first one to go out to the Castle H, which is just remarkable. AMZ, such a strong team over here. It's always so funny to think that they actually had to play the qualifiers to play the tournament, but yeah, they are showing right here, right now, why they are such a strong team. With more pressure coming out from Heartt and Liereyy once again, it seems like Max's palaces will get breached Let's see, a preempted tower coming up over here for Max, but I don't think this one's gonna be coming out on time. And as a matter of fact, he doesn't seem to think about it either, so he's going for an extra market, going for an extra house over here to defend himself behind the palisades. And the tower's coming up. Nice. Gonna try to break through the house. We already see stone walls coming out for Max. So it seems unlikely AMZ will be able to do too much damage over here at all. Still, both players going up to the Castle H, very, very close. Meanwhile, for Suomi, we have Villese with almost enough resources to go out to the Castle H. Villese, who hasn't gone for anything in the field age to fight with. No military production at all. Just been collecting stones, been collecting gold. Here you are. Seems like the plan over here is to go for Obuch. And by the way, guys, now Capture H supports the Obuch armor calculation, you know, the armor debuffing, which is pretty interesting. There you are. Guess they're just gonna be here for Heart and Liereyy. So what do we expect? Well, we should expect to see knights coming over. There is a second stable coming up for Heart, so it's going to be double stable knight production up north. Instead, we'll see for Liereyy only one archer range though, so not the strongest of pushes at all. Now we see Crossman upgrade and Balkan arrow coming over. Probably just gonna be thinking of going for extra TCs. That could also work because they are both going up so much faster to the Castle Age compared to Suomi. Going for extra economy right now should leave them in a pretty good spot. In any case, knights are coming out and it doesn't seem like Heart wants to go for economy at all. It's got only one TC, so it seems like he's gonna try and focus on pushing. And there we go. Extra stables coming up now for the Max as well. That's going to be 3. Well, he will most likely end up losing this one though, which kind of sucks. Probably before he gets to the Castle Age. Maybe not before he gets to the Castle Age, but probably before he gets a knight out of this one, so he won't really be able to queue like 3 knights at a time, or he can queue them, but it's unlikely he'll be able to get this. This is live and therefore a new patch. The Mamelukes are stronger, so maybe we see them. This is not live. It's right now extremely late for AMZ and for Suomi as well. I think like that'll be like 1 AM or something. I am casting recorded games. This got played earlier today, but this is on the new patch. Yes, so we could potentially see Mamelukes on paper. So the series took place earlier today at like 16. Oh wow, that is really quick though. 23 minutes into the game. ANZ manages to sneak in and Suomi calls it GG instantly. Wow. Fantastic position. We had a sneak on the right hand side coming up from Villese. He wasn't able to get anything done with this one by the time they ended up calling it. He had some knights coming out, but that means of course that he did not really have much of anything to defend himself with over here, let alone defend his teammate as well. So interesting to see. Well, game number 1 going in favor of AMZ already. Let's go and take a look at the achievements. But yeah, this series took place today at 16:30 GMT. I think 16:30 GMT. And I was, or 16 GMT, something along those lines. And I was casting a series that had started at 15 GMT. So I wasn't able to cover this one live. By the time I was done casting the series that I started covering, which lasted like 4 hours, this series I think it was over already. and we already started casting a new one that was starting at the same time. So we had 4 series today. Extremely long day for Age of Empires, and yeah, This one is not going to contribute towards that too much, though. It's a very short game. Exactly 3-to-2 KD ratio for Villese. We do get better than 1-to-1 KD ratios for both Liereyy and Hearttt. For economy, on the other hand, we have also a very even economy at the end of the game. And for society, we're going to see a stronger eco count for AMZ towards the end of the game, of course, after starting to take some villagers down. So, well done. Let's go and jump into game number 2 then very soon. And you know what? I'm just going to skip. The draft because there's so much to take a look at over here. Let's just go for game number 2. We don't want to fall behind over here by taking a look at the draft and whatnot. In the end, it's going to be all 5 games played. Doesn't matter too much, right? So let's refresh. And let's jump into game number 2. I think it was here already. Game number 2 is going to take place in Patagonia. So that means that Suomi A had picked Patagonia as their home map. There we go. And welcome you guys in to the second game of the series. For this one, we'll see Villese playing with Malians. We'll see TheMax playing with Persians. Very standard nomad start civilizations. And then Hearttt and Liereyy, on the other hand, will be playing with Mayans and Persians. If you have like any questions about civilization bans or something like that, I could go and try to find the ban draft. But I think we're going to keep on going like this, so we don't take too long. And I give you the time for many of you. Who here is watching? Yeah. 12-hour stream on the way? Maybe. It depends on how long this series is. I can't imagine 4 games taking any less than an hour and a half, right? Probably 2 hours or maybe 12-hour stream. But yeah, I'm pretty curious. Who's watching the stream the latest on their place? Like, what's the time right now for you? Who here is staying the latest for the stream? I'm pretty curious. So for me, it's going to be 10 p.m. very soon, which is much later than I usually stream at. I imagine for many of our American viewers, North American viewers, South American viewers, probably going to be much earlier, of course. Well, for South American viewers, probably going to be about the same time as mine, maybe 1-2 hours later, sooner rather, or earlier. And then for North Americans, probably significantly earlier. It's 9 a.m. here. I imagine that's probably 9 p.m., right? East Coast? Yeah, that's gotta be 9. 9 p.m., okay. Almost 3 a.m. Egypt. 2 a.m., not too late, 8 p.m., 3 a.m. So we have 3 a.m. for the most part. Probably you guys from Egypt or someplace in the Middle East. 2 a.m., right? If anyone is later than me, it's morning for them. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Well, I guess it depends on when it gets clear, right? When the sun comes out. Sometimes in some places it comes out a lot later than in some others, given the time zones. 3 a.m. Europe. Right. Okay. Okay, so 4 a.m. is the latest. And that's Mumi Jamala. You're in India, right? Austria? Alright. Guys, you're staying up at 3 a.m. watching Suomi A versus AMZ. This begs the question, were you not around when the series actually took place live? This happened at 16 GMT, so that should have been like, what is that? Like 6 p.m. for you or something? Maybe even less than that. 6 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m. I'm pretty curious. It's Friday party time. It's party time, baby. Yeah. Also sleep at that time. That makes sense. Yeah. Wait, what? That was still like very late for you, right? Well, anyway, whatever. I just got home 3 a.m. in Czech Republic, coming home from partying, and now you're gonna watch some Age of Empires, some good Suomi versus Aftermath. Sounds good. Regardless though, let's take a look at the civilizations over here, and let's take a look at the TC locations for every player. Starting with Hearttt, he's playing with Persians. That means twice the HP on TCs and docks. Those work 10, 15, and 20% faster. And the Feudal Castle and Imperial Ages, they get 50 extra food and 50 extra wood upon starting the game. So going for a dock and fishing ships should be a little bit smoother for Persians. You can see over here, Max actually has not really managed to get ahead, particularly speaking at all. Heartt has not managed to get ahead, particularly speaking at all either. He's got like 3 fission ships, which is not any more than what Villese has got. So it's interesting to see. Besides that, Persians will also have for the team bonus 2 bonus damage from Nightline units against Archer units. For his teammate, on the other hand, Villese will play with Malleans, which means 30% longer lasting golds. 1 extra Pierce Armor and Barracks units per age starting in the field age onwards. And what else do we have for Malleans? We're gonna have also a 15% wood discount on buildings. While for the team bonus, universities work 80% faster. Oh, check this out though! Check this out! He's getting the donkey from Villese. These AM players, they just gotta be so frustrating to play against. I imagine right now, Villese, he doesn't seem like to be the kind of guy who rages too much. Maybe on the outside, but I wouldn't be surprised if Villese was pretty frustrated on the inside over here. At the very least, he's getting some idle villager time out of Heartt, right? So he keeps on running in circles with the donkey, but eventually he's going to end up losing it. For Liereyy and Heartt, instead we have Persians for Heartt, so it's going to be the same bonuses we already discussed for the max, and then for Liereyy he's playing Mayans. Now Mayans will begin with 1 villager extra once you get the TC up. They do begin with 50 less food because of it, and then on top of that, Mayans will also have for the rest of the bonuses 15% longer lasting resources. Mayans will get as well 10, 20, and 30% cheaper archer units in the field castle and Imperial Ages. And for the team bonus, well, for the team bonus, Mayans will provide a discount on walls. Not the poor donkey. Slapping the crap out of it. Yeah. He did it. He did it. That might have been a knife, but it certainly sounded like a whip. Fuel H is on the way already for both Suomi players. So I'm pretty curious as to what this entails. If you take a look at the right hand side, the Max and Liereyy are actually very close to each other. Let's take a look at Max's point of view to see if he knows about Liereyy. He knows about Liereyy! We take a look at Liereyy on the other hand, and he knows about Max too. What is the case over here down south? We're gonna have Heartt facing Villese potentially. He knows where Villese is, he already knows about the houses. And if we take a look at Villese seems like he should know about Heartt, right? At the very least, he found the foundation of the TC, so he knows exactly where Heartt is. Everyone knows about each other. With the fuel age coming up significantly faster for Suomi, we'll see a tower come up over here for the max, probably. Does he have the stone for it? Yeah, he does. Okay. Okay, he's walling himself in. We'll see the tower come up. Beautiful. And I'm pretty curious as to whether or not he'll go for galleys or fire galleys. He's going for fire galleys, which is great. Should be enough for him to get water control if he can get a good amount of units out. If we take a look at the left-hand side, what do we get for Villese? Well, he's got fire galleys coming out. He's got 3 docks to work with, which is pretty good. And there's only 1 dock over here for Heartt, so most likely Heartt's going to end up getting pushed away from here. It seems like he's trying to play for fast castle. We'll see if he can get away with it. And if he does, I'm pretty curious as to what the plan is over there, because after losing water control, economy should be significantly stronger for Villese. And then getting to the castle age is probably not going to be doing too much. These are recorded games, yes. The series got played earlier today at like 16 GMT, but I was covering something else from the same tournament. So I wasn't able to cast this one live. Why do I say from the same tournament as opposed to from my tournament? I don't know if Terra Nova is enough for people to realize who's hosting the tournament. You know, in the handbook, I have made it optional to give credit, and I'm just leaving it up to each content creator. I'm not requiring banners or logos or anything. But yeah, I don't know. You would imagine, right? Nova AOE, Terra Nova. I don't know if people realize if it weren't because of other people giving credit, but yeah. Big shout out, of course, as always, to Webo Coyotl and Matt Cather for helping and putting this together, of course. It was actually their idea. Terra Nova was a 1v1 tournament back in 2020, but it was their idea to have a 2v2 version. And yeah. Big shout out. Without Matt Cather, without Webo Coyotl, this wouldn't be taking place. As expected, Villese pushes Hearttt away from water, and he should be able, yeah, to get these, to get the docks down and prevent Hearttt from contesting water whatsoever. But the tower already up, very good pressure from the Max. He ends up bailing from here. It's gonna have, yeah, it's gonna have only wood collection from the very left hand side. 2v2 version was a great idea. It was. I didn't think about it myself. I always thought of Terra Nova as a 1v1 tournament. And I've been planning for Terra Nova 2 for a while, but the guy said, hey, what do you think about Terra Nova 2? Madcat is gonna sponsor it. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. And we put it together in like a week and a half or something. And we are here. It's been amazing. It wouldn't have been possible without them, so big shout out. I actually came here from Mim. He raided here and I stayed. Oh, nice. Hope you're enjoying. A little bit of pressure from the Max already on land, so he might not be going for water too much. He's got only 2 fire galleys. Instead, we're gonna see archers coming out. And he's got the archers forward as well. With the sneaky villager, he was able to get this happen. Taking some villagers down from Liereyy is going to put Suomi in a pretty good spot. Taking a look at population, it's looking so much higher for Suomi. And it's looking so much better for eco as well. Specifically speaking, 20 extra eco units for Suomi A already. There we go. Looks like another quick game. We'll see. Castle H will be here significantly sooner for AM, so they might be behind in economy by quite a bit, but they'll be the first ones to get access to Castle H units, right? So with the Castle H already here for Hearttt, what is the plan over here? He's got some villagers forward, so we're gonna see a siege workshop. Wouldn't be surprised to see spearmen come out, potentially the pikeman upgrade, and then a monastery, right? So that he can put pressure against Villese. And Villese should be getting to the Castle H very soon. If it was the Max that Hearttt was putting pressure against, then it would be a lot harder for Suomi because the Max is not even on the way to the Castle H just yet, although he's starting to get close in terms of resources. But Villese should be able to hold on over here just fine. Even if he ends up losing a few villagers, he's gone for so many fishing ships that, yeah, they do have a little bit of a eco buffer. Gas is coming forward from Liereyy. There we go. Should be able to get this one up for sure. Meanwhile, the Max. Once again, the Max does not have the resources to go up to the Castle H just yet, so this TC could actually go down before he gets to the Castle H. Because the castle has been placed in such an aggressive position, it's impossible for the Max to just try and repair this TC for too long because he can just target the villagers with the castle. Also, the castle maps are pretty nice. They are, aren't they? Guys, for anybody who wants to see what the full map pool is for the entire tournament, so not only for Americas or for Europe, you can do ! map guides, and you're going to get a link to AoE Zone, a thread where I have built map guides for all the maps in the tournament, which is pretty handy. There are 35 maps in the tournament we're going to be using, 7 per region. The pressure. It's coming out already for Villese. Quick wall's coming out for Hearttt, just in time. I can also see them on Wikipedia, right? Yes, the map guides, they are little reference cards that contain a screenshot of the full resolution map. It contains a screenshot of the minimap, and it contains resources, starting resources for each player and some additional information about the map. So it's a little bit easier to see. You can see the layout on Wikipedia, but you cannot see, like, for instance, how many resources each map has each player begin with, or stuff like that. At the very least, not that I know of. Is it possible? Can you see like starting boards and stuff on Wikipedia? Off the top of my head, I don't remember you could. But yeah, you can see, you can choose your poison. Good defense. He's got Sanctity coming up. Nice conversion. Gets a villager over here. And yeah, it's got Sanctity on the right hand side. Max will probably end up getting taken down over here. If it weren't because he's playing Persians, he probably would have lost the TC, I think, before Castle H got here. But because he's playing Persians, he's actually gonna be able to hold on. Yeah, until Castle H is here. You cannot do too much around with these pulled archers. He was able to get some archers down from the Max, some of the forward archers that Max was working with. And Max is trying to mass the units up before he unleashes them. And I think probably it's just gonna wait for Crossman upgrade and Balkan arrow. There is a lot of eco exposed from the Max over here. If Liereyy realizes about this, and let's see, he knows about it. If he can come forward and just sit underneath the tower with a larger amount of plumed archers than what he's got right now, he might be able to do a lot of damage very soon, but so far it doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Now TC's coming out for the Max as he's finally got into the to the Castle H. Nice. Then on the left hand side, yeah, Villese has been able to stabilize. He's been able to push Hearttt away. And that's a great shot. So 1-0 for Manuel Trader here in favor of Villese. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, Lierey's going back. I think he was trying to go for another castle drop. He ended up getting pushed away by the one knight. If he had the plumed archers over here, I think he might have been able to get the knight down and probably would have been able to get the castle up, but that would have been really rough for the Max. We need something for the Max to defend himself with. He's got more knights coming out. Where's the other knight? I think he probably lost it. I don't see it right now, so I think he probably lost it. The castle's coming up, and check this out! The Max is going for a siege workshop himself. 2 knights. Okay, so he's got it over here. Yeah, and the castle's coming up. He cannot do it. He cannot get it. He's trying to relocate it, and the Max is not going to let him. Great unit control from the Max. With the siege workshop already up, we could potentially see rams come out and yeah, try to go after the castle right away. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we'll still see some extra action. As Villese is putting pressure with knights, and Heartt's gonna be getting some conversions on the knights. We'll see some conversions coming out from Villese on the spearmen, so now the most cost-effective use of monks. Yeah, at this point we have like 2 1v1s, so to say, because of the positions they have gotten the TCs up this game. Nice conversion. Let's take a look at the right hand side. And those towers should be crumbling, yes. I'm surprised not to see any defenses from the Max over here. No rams, no nothing. Given the amount of knights he was going for rams actually would have been pretty good, because he should be able to try and take the castle down while protecting the rams with the knights. Shantini! Thank you so much for the sub. Crazy 9 months already. Keep up the good work. Wish you some strength after 10 hours of casting. Yeah, I kind of already start. You know, before starting the 4th series today, I was feeling a little bit better, not gonna lie. I already started to feel my voice starting to crack a little bit, so maybe it was not the wisest thing to do, but we are at the party right now, might as well dance, right? Anyway, thank you so much! 9 months in a row! Fantastic. It will be better if he doesn't help the Max here a bit. Yeah, for sure. For sure. He's focused on Hearttt. Basically, it's going to be Villese versus Hearttt and Liereyy versus the Max, and it's going to be a matter of who can delay their death the most, right? So I'm really sure how long Heartt's going to be able to hold on over here against Villese's push. It just seems really good. And what a great attack round! Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, the Max is doing a really good job surviving. Not only is he surviving, but he's also expanding his economy down to the south. And that's gonna be GG, guys! AM calls it GG, while Villese and the Max ends up taking game number 2, equalizing the series 30 minutes into the game. Well played. Let's go and take a look at the achievements then one more time. What do we get over here? We're gonna see for military a 3-to-1 kill ratio for the Max, which is really good, especially considering all the pressure he was up against. He was able to hold on pretty well. On top of that, we'll see Villese with 105 KD. Hey, how fitting. A little bit better than 1-to-1 KD ratio. Meanwhile, Liereyy and Hearttt, they struggle significantly more, of course. 1-to-3 for Liereyy, Obviously, the units were quite cheap for him. It doesn't really hurt for him to lose a bunch of extra units, especially when the max was paying for like knights, right? But yeah, Hearttt on the other hand, Hearttt did not get anywhere near as good a KD compared to the max, for instance, so it was not quite as cost effective for him. Overall economy in the end is going to be so much higher for Suomi, collecting well over half the resources this game, and overall we're going to see also a much higher villager count or worker count towards the end of the game. So let's go back. And welcome everyone then to the next one. What do we have here? So, first off, see on the left-hand side the first matchup between Villese and Liereyy playing with Ethiopians and Japanese. And we haven't talked about Ethiopians before, right? I think we had talked about... Yeah, for game number 1, the quote-unquote archer civilizations were actually Poles and Saracens. So for Ethiopians over here, Villese will get 18% faster attacking archer units, 100 extra food and 100 extra gold upon reaching a new age, as well as pikeman upgrade for free, and then for the team bonus 3 extra line of sight and outposts and towers. He'll get for the team, he's going to be facing Liereyy with Japanese, and Liereyy with Japanese will get 5, 10, 15, 20% faster working efficient ships with twice the HP and plus 2 pierce armor, which can come in quite handy on a map like this. Notice that he actually got quite lucky with the pawn generation, so he's got these on the back. And if he can take advantage of the efficient ships, of course, that's going to be so good for the Japanese economy. Besides that, they also save 50% resources in drop-off buildings, so lumber camps, mining camps, and mills. They get 33% faster attacking infantry units in the field H onwards, and then for the team bonus, galley line ships will get 50% extra line of sight. I don't think that's going to happen at all, though. Over here, it's not going to be useful. I don't think we're going to see galleys, but just gotta mention it. Was that Howard's in the background? No. If you want to get the link to the map guides, you can do map guides with the S at the end. And if you want to get the original photo that I used for my background, do !background. It's not made by me, it's by an artist on ArtStation that was kind enough to give me permission to use it. As a matter of fact, it's one of my favorite pictures that I found on ArtStation, and I talked to all of the creators from all the pictures that I was considering for the background, right? And I sent emails to everyone asking for licensing costs because I was building my overlays. And he was the only one who actually answered, and it was one of my favorite pictures. He was the only one who answered, and he didn't want to charge me anything because my channel was too small. I kind of wonder if that would be the same conversation if I sent an email to him today, because back when I did it, I think my channel was averaging like 20 viewers per stream or 15 or something like that. Anyway. Enough rambling. Let's keep on talking about the civilizations. What do we have on the right-hand side? Well, the next matchup is going to take place between the Max playing with Bohemians versus Hearttt playing with Teutons. So, for Bohemians, the Max is going to have... They'll kill the board with a TC. Let's take a look. Who are you talking about? Tell me about the player and I'll tell you for sure. But it doesn't seem so. There's a Javelina. Second one is still available for Villese. There's one over here. We have the second one available over here. We have the second one available over here. No, it seems like it's all good, right? Unless you're talking about the Max? Red? Yeah, no, it's all good. What is the second board for the Max? Or did he already take it? No, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, so yeah, starting with Bohemians. The Max with the civilization is going to get first off. 100 wood discount on blacksmiths and universities. They used to have a discount also on monasteries, but that changed in the last patch. On top of that, Bohemians will also have 25% higher bonus damage on spearline units, so of course including pikemen and halberdier. And we'll see for Bohemians sanctity and fervor affecting villagers. We'll see for them access to hand cannoneer, to gunpowder and hand cannoneer in the castle age, as well as free mining camp upgrades. And then for the team bonus, Bohemians will also get 80% faster working markets, which can be quite handy when the time comes to the trade, right, with a teammate. Meanwhile, Hearttt playing with Teutons will have the ability to carry some 5 and 10 extra abilities inside towers and TCs from where he can shoot 4 and 5 extra arrows. We'll see for Teutons also 33% cheaper farms, as well as, what else do we get for Teutons? We are going to have free murder holes, free herbal medicines, right? 1 and 2 extra melee armor on stable in barracks units per age in the castle and imperial ages, respectively. And I'm missing one thing over here for Teutons, so what is it? Can garrison, can attack, can shoot extra arrows, free upgrades, extra peers, and cheaper farms. I think that's it. Yeah, for the team bonus, they'll get conversion resistance, but I'm curious as to whether or not I'm forgetting one of the bonuses. I don't think so, but anyway. That'll be about it with all the civilizations. Players should start thinking about going up to the feudal age very soon, of course. It's going to be probably just fast castle for everyone. And yeah, you can see they are taking advantage of the pawns on the left-hand side, right? Villese is not gone for the second pawn just yet, which is kind of rough. There he already has a dock inside each pawn, and it's going to be the case also for Hearttt. It's going to be the case also for the Max. Don't Teutons have more scout damage? Teutons? More scout damage? More scout damage? I don't think so. No. Let me check the tech tree real quick. But I don't think so. You can also, if you hover your mouse above the screen, above the stream rather, the video feed, you should have a plugin available which allows you to take a look at the tech trees. Let me check. Let me see, just to be sure that I am not forgetting anything. So you can garrison extra. Okay. Okay. Farms are actually 40% cheaper, not 33% cheaper. Is that correct? I'm not really sure if this is actually the extended tips mod or if that's the base game text. Barracks and stable units +1 and 2 melee armor in the castle and imperial ages. Ah, monks get +4 healing range. I was forgetting that one. Yes, I was forgetting that one. Monks get 4 extra healing range, which is pretty good. Okay. Good thing that I checked. That's not something that I talk about very much actually. But yeah. Crenellation, Outrange, Bombard, and Hufnitze? Yes. Yes, with range upgrades on the castles, yes. Okay, yeah. I think so. I think it's exactly the same actually, isn't it? 13. Balking arrow, 8 base range, so that's 10 plus crenellations. I think it's 13 for both. It's the same range? Yeah. Castle should be on the way for... Yeah, for Villese and Max. It's interesting to see them playing this map so greedily. But to be fair, this game is going to get out of hand real fast, real soon for sure. If you guys remember this one from the previous set, yeah. You probably know what I'm talking about. Disney Bohemians, 2 of my top 3 favorite civilizations. Slavs. In next game, I'm satisfied. We could get Slavs. We did get Slavs in the previous sets, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 times or something. Yeah. AIM has 19 fish. They have 19 fish. Suomi, they have 14 fish instead. And yeah, Villese has been kind of the weak point for sure. Only now he's going for extra fishing ships on the second pond. But they are going out to the castle H a little bit faster though. We'll see what they can do with this. I guess just probably going for extra TCs will compensate for the fact that they don't have quite as much water economy. Beautiful. There we go, with 2 additional TCs. Max should start pulling ahead. Or the very least catching up, right, to AM and then eventually getting ahead in economy. Meanwhile, Villese, on the other hand, he's not going for any extra TCs at all. He's got into the castle age and he's got archers, but no crossbowman upgrade, no extra unit production. It seems to me like Villese is trying to pull the fast imp Arba push over here with the POPs. That'd be interesting. That'll be the first time that we see this over here. But no, he's not going for it. As a matter of fact, he wouldn't be able to go for it. He's got barely 11 food workers, and I think it's all fishing ships, right? Or he's got like 8 fishing ships and probably 3 food workers, villagers. So no fast imp. He's just got a lot of gold over here, but he's got the second TC coming up, so never mind. I'm pretty curious. It just doesn't seem like Villese is pushing for economy quite as hard. AM, on the other hand, they're only on 1 TC each, right? Which kind of reminds me of game number 1. But it's going to be fast aim for AM. This is interesting, guys. They will be providing they're going to be providing arbalisters, potentially halberdier, and Heartt's going to be providing, you know, knights, cavalier, paladin. He could potentially go for halberdier himself if he wanted to, but with how expensive that is, probably would be better for Liereyy to go for it, especially with a faster attacking rate. But regardless, this is really interesting to see. Both AMZ players fast imping. We'll see a second monastery coming up for Heartt. No way, man! He's gonna try to go for a monk push! We'll see a third monastery? Dude! Okay, Heartt's gonna try to lay some faith. He's gonna try to lay some religion onto these plebs. Let's see if he can be persuasive enough with his monks. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, Villese is trying to put some pressure up over here. Still no crossbow upgrade, no bulking arrow upgrade. Nowhere near enough resources to go up to the Imperial Age. Only 2 TC, so it doesn't seem like he's going very heavily into economy there. It doesn't seem like Villese specifically is committing too much of anything. Max, he already has 3 TCs, man. They already caught up in economy, and they are surpassing AM, but we have 3 TCs for the Max. He's got 2 dogs over here. He's looking good. But yeah, that's not so much the case for Villese, so we'll see. It seems like he's gonna try to go out to the Imperial Age in the end, but I don't know. This could be really strong for AM. We have monks coming over from Liereyy as well, but he's got only 1. Oh no, he does have 2 monasteries. Sanctity on the way. Interesting. So double monk push. Japanese, they get I believe they get I believe they get atonement. I believe they get redemption. I believe they get everything except heresy, I think. Heresy, and what else are they missing? They're probably missing one more thing. Let me take a look at the text through real quick. But it's not too bad for Japanese, actually. Yep, just heresy, actually. That's the only thing that they're missing. Okay. Well, call this one correctly. Well, the archers finally got through from Villese, though. They're putting some pressure up, taking some of the fishing ships down, but yeah, we'll see Onager coming up right now for Liereyy. How is he able to afford this? Only God knows. The 4 castles. So, see, he's fast imped. He's dropping a castle. He's going for Onager. I'm pretty sure he's gone for a few upgrades already for these monks. Let's see if he's got Sanctity. He's got Sanctity already, yes. He's got no Fervor, but it's okay. All he needs to go for is potentially, you know, Atonement and Redemption, just to make sure that he does not get pushed away. But yeah, honestly, with block printing alone and Redemption, I think that'll be so good for him. Potentially Theocracy as well, so it makes it a little bit easier to micro the monks. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, here come the monks from Heartt. He's got Redemption on the way, so he should be able to convert the dock, I think. I'm not sure if he will be able to come in, though, because we do have some shallows, but I don't know if they are connected over here. We need to see that through those buildings. Oh man, great attack run from Liereyy. They're on a timer 100%. I completely agree with you. But with some good unit control, this could potentially work out. Economy is not the best for these guys though, but at the very least they should be able to get this CC down. We'll see. We take a look at resources for Villese and TheMax. They both have enough, or almost enough, for TheMax and Villese respectively to go for defensive castles. A defensive castle is going to be really good for TheMax. It's going to prevent a monk push from working over here, or castle age units from working from Hearttt, right? A lot of like cavalry coming out right now. That's a Mounted going down, the monk going down as well, siege going down as well. Oh boy, this is a disaster for Hearttt. He's got no protection for the monks at all. Yeah. So these rounds are going down, and that was disaster push for Hearttt. On the left-hand side instead, here comes Liereyy. He's going for another 4 siege workshops. Got already 2 turrets to work with, plus some monks, onagers, more onagers coming in as well. He's got through. And yeah, if this is gonna be working, it's gonna have to work hard, man, because the Max is going up to the Imperial Age right now as well, and yeah, he'll be clapping Hearttt very soon, so Liereyy needs to kind of clap Villese a little bit for them not to fall behind too much. EC's going down for sure? Yes, sir. So very soon Max is going to be up against 2 players. It's going to be up against Liereyy from the left-hand side and Hearttt from the north. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Hearttt will be able to do too much from the north though. Well done. Yeah, man. TheMax, such a beast. Taking the monks down. It's going to end up taking many of these onagers down. And even though he ended up losing some of these light cavalry to conversions, doesn't matter. Probably not. That was a very cost-effective trade for him. Add to that the fact that he's got a much stronger economy compared to what the has got to work with right now. And he should be able to keep on pumping more light cavalry if he wanted to, for sure. And he will. He's got 4 stables. And yeah, he's got a defensive castle over here as well. I'm pretty curious as to what Villese's plan is over here. Will he wait for the Max to get to the Imperial Age and sling him some resource to go for another castle over here to defend themselves with? Or what is the plan though? In any case, Villese is fine. He's holding on. He's migrated most of his economy over to the right hand side. And here comes the Max once again. That's a lot of light cavalry coming over. 13 light cavalry! Great attack run though from Liereyy. Still 2 onagers. When 10 scouts counter the pushes of 2 players, yeah. The Max is just done a great job defending his team so far, and well, he gonna keep on putting too much pressure over here. Still have some pikemen coming over from Hearttt and whatnot. At the very least, he's able to prevent. Yeah, Hearttt from pushing through the north too much. Instead, we'll see a 4 siege workshop for the Max. We'll see 3 stables coming up with the sneaky villager. Let's take a look to see if Hearttt knows about this. He's got no idea. Shh, guys, he's got no idea. It's coming up for Liereyy. Only 1 turret left, I think, right? He's going for the second one. How many onagers do we have? With good unit control on paper, onagers should be able to counter pretty much anything else, except maybe like a good amount of bombard cannons with the excellent micro as well. And maybe another group of onagers, right? But let's check. Max over booming, they are dead now. We'll see, he's going for more light cavalry once again. Now we have halberdier for Liereyy finally, so this is extremely instrumental, right, for his push. With these halberdier, he's able to hold on against light cavalry alone. However, Max is playing with Bohemians, so he could potentially go for this. What do we have? I'm talking about cannon, bar cannons, and I'm talking about the possibility of Hufnitsa as well. So Hufnitsa will not be as strong as they used to be. Certainly They got nerfed for the blast radius, and they got nerfed for their bonus against buildings. But it's still going to be respectable. It's still going to be better than bombard cannons. And so far, he's gotten 2 onagers. He's not taking any losses over here. He's going for more. This castle's probably going down very soon. But yeah, he's been able to defend, I would say. That's another one going down. Almost. What am I talking about by the way? The Max is only now going for bombard cannons. This is, it's not possible for Villese to go for Hrubnica. He could potentially go for torsion engines, right? Which would still make these so strong. Would give them extra blast radius, but anyway. Defensive cast is coming up for the Max. That's going to be another one. Good unit control for Villese so far. We will still have 5 onagers with another one coming forward from Liereyy. They're putting a lot of pressure, guys. Villese and the Max, they are both kind of cornered to the south of the map, and then on the right hand side had realized about it, so he's cut pikeman. And check this out, Thanos has snapped his fingers and these tables are beginning to disappear. They don't want to go, they don't feel too well, but yeah, still a very strong defense though in any case for the Max and for Villese. We did see Hrubnica coming up for the Max. In the end, he couldn't get it. Let's check. He's gotta be careful, but he also gotta be ambitious. I mean, that's a lot of trebuchets. Yeah. Can you show one slow, really slow push corner? Can you see how one slow, really slow push corner 2 players? Yeah. Slowly but surely. They put up a great deal of pressure over here. Now AMZ's finally catching up for economy. Here come the light cavalry once again. Great attack rounds. Plus the halberdier coming over. This has been great. The big issue right now is precisely surface area. If you take a look at the amount of resources available in this little space that Villese and the Max have to play with, there are 3 piles of gold. One is being taken by the Max. One is being taken by Villese. And then there's one over here that's not being taken by anyone because they simply do not have control of it. Once these resources run out, and it's not going to take too long, we have like 500 over there, plus 500, that's 1,000. We have like 1,000 and like 100 or 1,200 resources total over here on this one. And then this one is only 2 tiles, right? After all these tiles run out in the next 5 minutes, it's going to be game over. If Suomi will defend themselves against this and they will keep on surviving, they just gotta go for a counter push now, right away. So far it's just not been possible. Like cavalry from the Max have not done much of anything forward. Arbalest is over here from Villese. Unless he can execute perfectly against these onagers, going to end up getting cleaned up, of course. The onagers are just too strong. And Leary's an incredible player controlling these units. That is though good. 2 onagers going down, but we still have 5 over here. And notice how even after onagers going down, we are always on the same count. Like it's low. It's always like, yeah, it still have 5, still have 5. Liereyy is just replenishing onagers faster than the Max and Liereyy can take these down. So we'll see if that can change now. We're finally seeing some. Yeah, there we go. We're finally seeing a decrease in onager count. So they could potentially push once again. We have Hrubnica right now from the Max. So if they can push back, that'd be ideal. They will be getting access to these extra resources, which are so important. And what a great series. I'm so happy that I decided to go for the games anyway today. What a great set. The onagers going down. And yes, sir. In the turn, like 2 minutes. Suomi has gone from being cornered to completely pushing ANZ out on the left-hand side. They are exploding here. Hovnitsa are going to be in big part responsible for this, of course, but Villese, you gotta appreciate his ability to make use of standard bombard cannons and buy themselves enough time for the Max to eventually bring the Hovnitsa over. On the right-hand side, we have our ballistas for Villese. Good. Hovnitsa over here for the Max as well, so even while the castle is not going to get denied, it could potentially get taken down. We'll see. They kind of struggle for them to defend themselves over here. All the buildings are kind of glitching out right now. Let me see if we can fix this by increasing VRAM usage. Beautiful. Castle's been taking a lot of damage. Yeah. Left hand side. It's kind of hard because Max got to control units on both fronts. He's got the left hand side over here where he's pushed by Liereyy and he's got to push him back. And then on the right hand side over here he's being pushed by Hearttt. Let's take a look real quick at APM. Eco and military APM for Villese and the Max. Actually really high right now for military APM for both these players. There we are. Monk Rage Insane. Yeah, with block printing is amazing. Castle staying out for the time being. I didn't expect this to be the case at all. Good unit control. It seems like the Hovnitsa is getting converted. Not quite. On the left hand side. Oh man, we have gotten to a big massive advantage once again. Liereyy can push. If he can push over here at the same time as Hearttt is pushing from the north, they will end up pushing Suomi into their little corner once again. They need to keep on gaining ground. If Suomi does not manage to gain more ground on the left-hand side, they will simply not get access to extra gold. So they've been able to buy themselves a little bit of time by getting access to this one, but this one's not going to last forever either. Like we have 950 plus like 500 over there, that's going to be 1450, and then this one has got 250, so that's going to be 1700. And then this one tile has 700. So yeah, not that much left. Bohemians missing in the Nations Guide? I don't think so. Last time that I checked, I think all the civilizations were there. But to be fair, I checked before the new DLC, so I do not know if the new Indian civilizations are there. They're missing? Oh boy. So I imagine Poles are missing too? Dude, that's kind of rough. Huh. It did not get updated by the looks of it. Rip. You have a very small amount of siege for Villese and the Max to defend on the left-hand side. Poles too, so I imagine they probably only have Burgundians and Sicilians then, right? Feels bad. There we go. Good defense over here still. Barely surviving though. It's interesting to see how Suomi, they are still ahead in population overall. They have more eco units compared to ANZ. They have more military units. But because they were struggling for space for so long, AM actually managed to get a lot more damage done. Now, it seems like finally, we'll see Suomi push AM away from the left-hand side for good. We don't have any more oranges coming over. We don't have any more oranges queued up from Liereyy. So most likely these units will end up just going down, right? Yeah, they will. They will, boy. They will. Final orange going down? Yes, sir. Liereyy gets pushed away from the left-hand side. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, well, Hearttt. Now that they don't have to worry about the left-hand side quite as much, could potentially end up getting pushed away from here. After all, we do have only one thing to focus on at a time, and it's going to make it a little bit easier. Or at the very least, if one player could focus... Wait, what? Huh. Still have some... Wait, wasn't a building over here? What? Probably just rivals. But yeah, the very least, if they can focus one player at a time against one player at a time, they might actually be able to. Okay, let's go for 2 gigabytes. There we go. They can focus on one player each. This should be pretty good. The Max is really good in managing his economy. Yeah. Villese has done the most out of this very little space that he had to work with for so long as well. Overall, the fact that we have 120 and 96 eco units for the Max and Villese in this little space is just nothing short of remarkable. Oh! Oh, I'm really sure. Did he do it? Did he snipe the castle? Let's go back. No. Hard deleted this. 100%. He realized about the Hoofnita and he deleted this. Yeah, nope. Just gonna try to relocate it elsewhere. But yeah, they are coming back. Villese has gone for an extra TC over here, and he's getting access to his extra gold back. This is huge. There's one thing that I did not mention, but it could potentially make a big difference. If you take a look at the map generation over here, right? Take a look at this. There is a clear path from left to right for Villese to go for markets over here, or potentially even over here, right? Maybe a market over here or a market over here. Right, and we could potentially see also like the Max go for markets over here, and then they can trade. That is not the case for AMZ. If you take a look at them, they are actually cut by a big body of wood over here, so they're gonna have to either cut with donagers, or they're gonna have to end up going for something like a market over here, and then have to go all the way around, which is very inefficient, and in the end it's going to end up exposing the trade route over here to get taken down by Suomi. So they gotta think of that for sure. And yeah, that could actually cost AM dearly if they do not plan ahead. Nice. There we go, the castle's going down. Yeah. Well, those guys are going down, they certainly get a lot of room to breathe. Beautiful. Monk's going down, like cavalry coming forward from the Max. This is so good. They are regaining control. It's just amazing to see the kind of pressure they were up against. How they got squeezed into a corner. And then they completely exploded. Pushed AM away. And now they are looking actually like the strongest team. They could potentially end up taking this one. We'll see. Very important to be thinking about trading as well. As soon as possible. As soon as they realize these resources might be running out, of course. Because AM had access to these golds, right, for a long time, we could potentially see a lot of extra resources still available for Liereyy+Hearttt, because they did not need to take their own resources, right? They could have just taken from all the resources forward. But if I take a look at this, it doesn't really seem like they have a lot left. So I think they did not really take as much from here as they could have. Because we don't really have a whole lot of gold left, right? There's only one tile over here for Heart. And it actually seems like AMZ's going to end up running out of gold faster. Probably just because of how expensive the Monk and Onager push was. But we have like 5 tiles over here, right? And then we have like 2 tiles over here, and that's going to be about it. Everything else is going to be in favor of Suomi, which is really interesting to see. Got here late. Was this Nomad start? It was not a Nomad start, no. Aang overcommitted to get the win after their push did so well. They're only now getting some economy, still missing hand card and farm upgrades. Their economy is trash. It is. Suomi's defense has been incredible as well. Honestly, like, I would say any other team would probably have died to AM's push. So, credit to Suomi for sure, as well. There we are. Yeah, and now we see Halberdier coming over from the Max. They gave a hard taste of his own medicine. and Heartt's trying to go for a defensive castle over here. That's gonna be good, but of course, everyone's already in the Imperial Age, so we should see like a Hofnita, or Bombard Cannons, or Trebuchets coming forward, and that castle's not going to be too much to defend themselves with anymore. On the left hand side, Liereyy is getting a very strong push coming up over here, though Heartt's going to bring some Cavalier actually into the mix too, so this is good. They might end up pushing Liereyy away, or Villese away, sorry. Between Liereyy and Heartt's push over here, we see more archers coming over from Liereyy. But if I have to be honest, after all the pressure Suomi was able to hold on against, I just don't see how 1 second attempt is going to work. We have a Cavalier this time around, so the push is going to be a little harder to repel. But I think they should be fine, right? It's kind of rough that they end up losing some of the trade cards as they were finally thinking about trading, but I guess it's going to be a situation of who can kill their opponents faster. Is it going to be Liereyy taking on Villese over here, or is it going to be the Max on the right hand side taking on Heartt? Right now, Villese's got a higher population compared to Heartt. He's under a lot of pressure. And Heartt on the other hand is also under a lot of pressure, and he seems to struggle against the Max quite a bit. How much? Well, we have, I don't want to say completely unprotected, but we have like pretty exposed trebuchets over here, and Heartt's taking so long to even get forward. Try and take them down, and he cannot do it because we have Halberdier over here. Still, it's nothing great quantities, but it's still going to be enough for the trebuchets to hold on until the castle goes down. So, without this castle, I don't think there is too much in terms of defenses left for AM over here anymore, especially for Heartt, actually. And then on the left-hand side, we don't really have too much in terms of defenses for Villese specifically, but he can always fall back to where he was before going out. And yeah, we do have a castle over here for the Max. He has him a tower push? That could be good, yeah. I don't think he's got the upgrade, does he? Halberdier versus 24. We had Teuton Halberdier versus Bohemian Halberdier. Teuton and Halberdier should be coming out on top by quite a bit. Do 40 hours not count as defense? Not any fortifications, that's what I'm trying to say, sorry. We do have Arbalests over here, yeah, that's pretty good, but with all these onagers, that's not going to be too relevant. The onagers cannot push past the castle though. It seems like the Max and Villese's push on the right hand side is doing a lot more damage to Heartt than the push from AM is doing on the left hand side to Villese though. Come on, how weird is this? Even though this map is not quite as Black Foresty as some people might make it to be, this is certainly looking like a late game Black Forest kind of game for 2 players. So we have one push going in favor of one team on the right hand side, we have another push going in favor of the other team on the left hand side. It's like a, yeah, like a 2-player Black Forest game at this stage already. And it's pretty interesting to see though. In any case, you don't see this in many other tournaments. And it's actually, yeah, pretty fun. Suomi still looking significantly stronger though for population overall. They'll be getting to 400 much sooner than AM. I don't think AM will even be able to break past 300 population. And as long as Suomi keeps on playing their cards right, they should be able to basically barrel through Heartt's defenses over here. And yeah, on the left hand side, once again, we do have a castle for the Max. It's very, very hard for AM to keep on pushing. Well, it's gonna be GG as AM calls it. Suomi comes out on top. And game number 3 to get the lead in the series. We're gonna have 2 more games to go through. Well, let's go and take a look at the achievements real quick before we jump into the next one. So what do we get? We'll see for KD. Much better KD for Villese in the end, which is really interesting. I was thinking the Max probably would have ended up getting the better KD, but Villese ended up clutching it up. Max did get very close to 1-1 as did Liereyy. Heartt on the other hand struggled big time. For the economy, instead we see a somewhat stronger economy for AMZ, actually for Suomi, sorry, but just barely. And for society, They did end up on a stronger worker count towards the end of the game, but it was like kind of back and forth. They were looking strong earlier, and then they started getting pushed harder and harder and harder until they lost the lead, and then they were able to get it back. So well done. Let's go and take a look at game number 4. So this should be taking place on the other home map from Suomi, right? Actually, from AMZ. So it's going to be Painted Desert, which we have seen already before. So this is one of those maps which could potentially yield a fairly short game, a fairly quick game. We'll see. But yeah, taking a look at the matchups, down south we'll see Hearttt playing with Magyars, so a 15% discount on scout line production, as well as villagers who can kill predators with 1 strike. Then on top of that, we'll see for Magyars also 10% faster moving skirm. And what am I talking about? No, that's Lithuanians. They get 150 extra food upon starting the game. No, that's Lithuanians. What am I talking about? Guys, it's been 11 hours. Cut me some slack. Let's start again. Okay. Do over. Hearttt playing with Magyars. He'll get a 15% discount on scout line unit production. He gets also free forging, iron casting, and blast furnace. There we go. And the villagers who can kill predators with 1 strike. Now for the team bonus, he'll also provide 2 extra line of sight on foot archer units. He'll be facing TheMax. TheMax is playing with Magyars as well, so the exact same bonuses. Meanwhile, up north, we'll see Tatars for Villese, and we'll see Ethiopians for Liereyy. Now, we already talked about Ethiopians in the previous game. For Tatars, Villese will get instead free Parthian tactics, free thumb ring, as well as 25% higher damage on, against enemy units when fighting from a higher elevation, 50% extra food from herdables, and 2 additional sheep underneath each new ability C, starting in the Castle Age onwards. For the team bonus, they provide also 2 extra line of sight on cavalry archer units. So yeah, we have talked about this one. We have seen this map actually a few times already today even, and it can be really quick. It can be super aggressive. It's very open at the center. You do have some, you know, sparse tree clumps, very small groups of trees. Yeah, but for the most part, let's check. Yeah, for the most part, it's going to be super aggressive. It's going to be super open. Getting map control over here is extremely important because you do have some extra resources scattered around. So you have extra gold, right? You have extra stone, right? I think the stone is outside, right? Yeah, the stone is actually outside, so the gold's at the centers. But it's pretty interesting to take a look at for sure. And it's kind of reminiscent to Colosseum, to Sand Trap in a sense. With the maps being so open at the center, it's going to certainly reward a very aggressive playstyle, especially with like scouts and high mobility units. That could be good. And even if it's not scouts, it could potentially even reward a very good teamwork, right? It can also result in extremely hectic games, as what we saw in the previous one. In the previous set, remember Sandberg versus who are they playing against? Sandberg versus the Gale. That was actually a very interesting one. From what you saw, I think Suomi more coordinate and on the same page more. I would think so. You would expect that to be the case, but AM has been quote-unquote catching up as of late. You know, there's a reason why they are the reigning champions in the last couple 2v2 tournaments. But yeah, I would probably have to give the edge to Suomi still, just because of history, and also because of the fact that usually the Suomi that we will see, the aftermath that we will see take tournaments from the past, they would usually have Hera, and Hera is not playing this one, so yeah. It's coming up now for everyone already. 18, 19 villagers for Hearttt and Liereyy. We'll see 18, 19 villagers for TheMax and Villese, respectively. Let's check. You know, if we were casting this live, I would certainly be enabling predictions, but given we are using recorded games, that doesn't seem good. So I'm pretty curious as to what your opinion is. For those of you who are watching the series right now, for those of you who have not seen the series live, what do you expect this game to go like? Do you expect this one to go in favor of Suomi? Do you expect this one to go in favor of AM? So I see that it's 11 p.m. for me right now, so we are 1 hour away from midnight my time. I would imagine that's already 5 a.m. for you, Mumi Jamala, right? Is it morning already? Would you say it's morning already? You said an hour ago that anybody later than you would be in the morning already, right? Would you say that you're in the morning already? And then everybody else is gonna be either 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. 3-0 Zombie? It's a play all 5. You cannot get only 3 games. Dead even right now, but I would prefer Taros in this map. 5 a.m., 4 a.m. there. Okay, okay. You guys are getting the Friday night Age of Empires fever. Aren't you worried you're going to miss on the qualifiers of the Resurgence tomorrow? I'm actually really curious about the answer to that question, by the way. I think the score will be 3-2 to Suomi. Alright. That seems realistic. There we go, Archer's coming out already for Liereyy. Let's get double Archer ranges, which is the way to go for sure. Villese should be on 2 Archer ranges. He's going for the second one. And he went for the first one, but he did not go for a blacksmith. That's good. He needs to prioritize numbers, and then he can go for the upgrades later. 6 a.m. in Dubai. Hey, we found somebody later than you, Mummy. So, or Mummy, sorry. We found somebody later than you even. Would you say that's already the morning, or is it very late at night? I don't know, I kind of struggle to see the difference. What would you say actually constitutes the morning? Do you have to have sunlight already out, or not? You seem to be one of mine, Farid. You go to bed when the sun comes out. Like a vampire, like a good vampire. Let's check. So far, they have been playing like 2 separate players as opposed to a team. So we have Liereyy facing Villese. We have TheMax facing Hearttt. The morning starts when I wake up. Hey, that's my guy. 7 p.m. West Coast US. Seems good. If you go to sleep in the morning, if you go to sleep, it's morning. Otherwise, still night. I see. As a gamer, morning is a state of mind, not a time of day. I see so many like-minded people over here already. It's lovely to see. It's already light outside. Yes, I love sun. When no sea sun can't sleep. That's good. Let's take a look at the overall KD. Not a lot of action just yet. It's going to be 6-4 in favor of AM so far. Yeah, but still not very one-sided. Now, this is starting to get a little bit one-sided for Liereyy, though. So, Villese got to be careful. That's another Archer going down. Even with the defender's advantage, Villese seems like he's starting to run out of units. He did take a lot longer to get the second Archer range, though. So, yeah. There we go. This is more like what I wanted to see. Scouts and archers from both players at the same location. Overall HP pool looking a little bit better for who? Looking a little bit better for AM. They do have the hill advantage as well. So as long as they can camp their position, they should be on the lead. It's kind of in the middle of the map though. So even though we are a little bit closer to Villese's base, because Villese took so many losses already, yeah, Lierey's still able to keep a good amount of archers coming out and prevents Vilese's defender's advantage from becoming much of an issue at all. They gotta be careful though. If they try and chase Suomi's units away, they might end up getting clapped. There we go. Still looking better for AM. One bad engagement for Suomi over here is going to end the game for them. One good engagement for Suomi is going to bring them back into the game. But not necessarily take AM out. I don't think we have enough units for Suomi. No matter how poor the engagement Liereyy+Hearttt take, I don't think we have enough units over here for Villese and TheMax to keep momentum after taking a good trade. I think they will probably end up just canceling out or something. Like, I feel like that's the best case scenario for them. Let's check. Alright, here comes the engagement. The heart does not want anything to do with that. Let's see. Yeah. Still looking very one-sided for AM. The thing is, the longer the game goes, you know? Oh man, that's bad. Max is not paying attention. The longer the game goes, I feel like the harder it's going to be to come back over here, you know? You have 5 versus 6 units. Yeah. 6 units are probably going to be coming out on top, but they're probably going to be left on 1. Or probably 2, maybe. You have 50 versus 60. Well, you're going to be left with a lot more than 10. I'll tell you that much. We'll see. Obviously, it all depends on unit control, but Cassidy is coming out now for Liereyy+Hearttt. Cassidy is coming out for TheMax for Villese. Villese will be there significantly faster. How many archers does he have to upgrade? So over here he's got 21 out of 21 total, yes, and for Liereyy had 24 out of 27 total. So what can Villese do? If he goes for the crossman upgrade, does he have a spot on the right hand side he can delete a building to go out through, right? And probably try to take an engagement, force an engagement over here? I don't think he does. He's going over the left hand side now, and yeah, let's get into the castle age. He's coming out, and of course Liereyy doesn't want anything to do over here. He just wants to wait until he gets to the castle age himself so he can go for crossbowman. But yeah. Hey Nova, according to the Resurgence handbook, it is necessary to fill out the form in order to have access to casting information in case you're interested in streaming this weekend. I did already fill out the form, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to be covering it tomorrow. I'm not too sure. We'll see. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I wanted to cover as much as possible from Terra Nova today, and that resulted in a freaking 11-hour stream so far. Probably it's going to be like 12-hour, I think. Maybe after the series is over. You know what I need? I need a standing desk. I feel so bad over sitting down for 12 hours straight. Didn't even go to do groceries or cook or do the dishes or anything. Thumbers coming up now for Liereyy. Yes, it's got 18% faster attacking archers. And this basically negates the bonus for Villese, right? Now, both players have Thumb Ring, with the difference being that not only does Liereyy have more crossbows compared to Villese, but he's got the better crossbow with 18% faster attacking units. Oh man, and check this out! Oh, he's gotta be careful though! We have ballistics already for Villese. Lierey's gotta go and get ballistics himself too. Let me take a look to see if he's got a university even. He's got one, yes.
Emrinizge mademem. Hazır. Emriniz. Hazır.
There we go. Yeah. He's going for ballistics right now. Meanwhile, he's just gonna be relying on his own unit control to take the engagement. So far, he's gotten a better trade than Villese. He's got more units right now. 3, 2, 1. He's got ballistics. Yes, sir. So he can take these crosses. Now Villese is getting cleaned up. We're gonna have a lot of crosses left over here for Liereyy. Not so many for Villese anymore. But it's very close. Villese did go for a bunch of extra crosses on the back, so he's been producing units while he was taking the engagement forward, and it's not too far behind. It's going to be 19 crossbows versus 24. But yeah, still the thing that I'm slightly concerned about for Villese is the fact that Lierey's crosses are so much stronger. And Liereyy is not a player you're really going to want to face when he's got access to strong archers. Ballistics, how it changed things in battle? Yes. Extremely important upgrade. Let's check. Seems like we have an engagement coming up right now, a big one. Liereyy the Archer is the best player in the game. Well, if not, certainly very close to the top. It's got the hail over here as well to work with. So that's pretty good. The Viper fan, by the way. Yeah. The Viper is really good. He's a very well-rounded player, of course, but I think even he would say that Liereyy is probably the strongest micro nerd in the game. Back home, we have 2 TCs for Hearttt. We have 2 TCs for TheMax. We have only 1 TC for Villese and 1 TC for Liereyy, so even TC distribution is going to be very, very similar. Let's check this out. Oh, wait, this is really, really good, though, for Hearttt. He was able to flank these crossbows. He's able to get a bunch of units down from Villese, and now Liereyy can actually take the engagement. He's got the heal, guys. We have a beautiful meat shield over here from Hearttt. If he can just keep on providing the meat shield for Liereyy to work out, these crosses should be able to dominate with a heal advantage over here. They're going to be cleaning up the knights, so there are no more knights left for the max over here. The knights from Hearttt instead are coming over. And how many archers we have over here for each player? We're going to see about 27 crossbows for Villese and only about 11 for Liereyy. So Liereyy will not getting cleaned up over here. Despite the engagement looking like it was going to go in favor of AM, Suomi's extra units came in just in time from Villese. He was able to clean the archers up, so well done. They were closer to Villese's base. Yeah, the defense advantage came in clutch over there. He was able to bring a few extra units, and that changed the engagement for sure. Ian's bouncing right back up, though. Going for his own crossbows. Let's see. Yeah. But they are unable to hold on over here. Max is coming in with knights. We don't have too many crosses left over here for Liereyy at all. He's been going for extra archer ranges, so this is great. This will allow him to get a good amount of units coming out very fast. We do have a good amount of archer ranges also for Villese. But yeah, the units we already have at hand for Villese will prevent Liereyy from getting too many units back again. Well, he's bailing now, so he might actually let Liereyy get a good amount of units. But of course, he's going to keep on sending more units forward himself by the minute. I do love the fact that Villese is going for extra archer ranges forward too, as well. Nice. Can you show Max's conversion tab, please? Feels like I have seen the conversion notification 5-6 times now. Might have gotten a few conversions from Yeah, from Hearttt for sure. We'll take a look at it in a second. I just don't want to miss the engagement over here. Actually, you know what? Here comes the big engagement. Let's pause. 1 second, let me take a look. Military. Yeah, there we go. Conversions 3-0 in favor of TheMax. Let's keep on going. Let's go. So here come the Knights from Hearttt. Crossbows from Liereyy. We don't have too many crossbows, especially compared to Villese, but they have been losing a lot of units over here to the Knights. Now Villese is gonna be on a low amount of crossbows, and overall still gonna be looking a little bit better for AMZ in terms of HP pool. Keeps on bringing extra units over. It's really close. Honestly, I would have thought AM should have gotten a significant lead a few times already during the game. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a very short one, from what I can see. Tad bonus, heal bonus coming in clutch. Yeah, that's the one thing that Liereyy will want to be careful about, of course. Where the heal advantage starters will be incredibly strong. They will perform significantly better. Liereyy, on the other hand, if he gets the heal advantage, of course it's going to be better for him. But then even on even ground, of course, Ethiopians will be coming out on top. So all he's got to take care of is just make sure he does not take an engagement where Villese has got the hill with a comparable amount of units or higher. There we are. Imperial H is on the way now for the Max as well. Doesn't seem like Imperial H will be on the way for Hearttt anytime soon. And here come the Knights. He's gotta be careful. That was not the big engagement, though. The best engagement that he could have taken at all. At all. He came in straight into the crossbows. He ended up taking a lot of damage and then he bailed. Yeah. Good mana shot. And this leaves Suomi in a pretty decent position. AM still bringing a few extra units over as well, but of course the mana is going to have a huge potential over here. There's a great shot! There we go. This engagement should be going in favor of the Max and Villese by quite a bit. We don't have enough Knights over there at all. Max is going forward, trying to get a good surround going on these crossbows, and I think he'll get it. I think he'll get it. I think these crossbows might end up getting cleaned up. And the thing is, the Max is not only doing pretty well over here, but also getting to the Imperial Age faster compared to anybody else. Means that he's going to be providing Cavalier very soon with Plate Bar and armor, which means the Castle Age units will not be doing too well against Max's army anymore. And Villese is dropping a forward castle as well. Nobody else has been collecting stone quite as much, so we are not going to have counter castle drops over here or anything. And this is going to put Suomi in a pretty good spot, right? With this castle over here, what do we get for Suomi? First off, they will prevent Liereyy and Hearttt from getting, you know, past this area, which means that we're gonna see extra gold over here secure, extra gold over here secure as well for them, extra gold over here secure for them as well. And it's overall fantastic positions. That's going to be GG, guys! As AM said, call GG in game number 4. Suomi A will take the series with a score of 3-1 for now. We still have the 5th game to go for, but it's going to be for points only for AM because the match has already gone in favor of Suomi, which is just amazing. Let's go and take a look at the achievements then one more time. Then we'll jump into game number 5 for the final time. We'll see a very nice KD for Villese in the end. And it's going to be a little bit higher for the Max compared to Liereyy and Hearttt, but very, very close. Meanwhile, we'll see for economy also a stronger economy in the end for Suomi on average, but it's going to be by a very small amount of extra resources. It's going to be probably like 52 versus 48% or so. For society, on the other hand, we'll see a higher than 50% eco distribution in favor of Suomi A, but yeah, that's going to be about it. Let's jump into game number 5 to see the final one and see who ends up taking it to see if AM can get 2 points or not. Game number 5 will then take place on Tenochtitlan. That was a risky play by Suomi. Paid off. Yeah, Good analysis. Thank you. Happy you like it. 11-hour cast. It depends on how long this game goes. It could potentially turn into a 12-hour one. But yeah, if you have not seen one of the previous sets that we cast before, and we cast we cast Sandber versus Douche. No. We cast Sandber versus Dogale. We cast Douches and Stashes versus, oh boy, who was it? I can't remember the series anymore. It's been a long time ago, even if it was earlier today. Douches and Stashes versus who? And then we cast Le Baguette versus Gamer Legion B. If you have not seen one of those series, I invite you to do !VODS, VODS. And that's going to give you a link to the video section of my channel. Or you can just scroll down underneath the video feed and go to the video section. And after the stream is over today, probably about half an hour later or so, you're going to find all the sets that I cast today chunked into individual VODs, so you don't have to go scroll through the entire stream to find the series that you want to watch. You can also find over there, if you sort the videos by collections, you can find the Terra Nova Duos collection, which contains all the Terra Nova Duos series since the very beginning of the tournament, including show matches, up until, well, the stream before this one, right? But yeah. So what do we get for game number 5? Civilizations will be Lithuanians for both teams. We have Heart and TheMax playing with Lithuanians, which means 150 extra for the pawn start in the game. It's been a very common pick on this map. We have on top of that for Lithuanians 10% fast movement, skirmish spearline units as well as 1 extra attack on Knights and Lycha units per each relic garrison, up to 4 relics. And for the team bonus, monasteries work 20% faster. So going for monks is going to be a little bit quicker, and you know, going out to collect relics is going to be a little bit more straightforward, a little bit smoother. Meanwhile, Liereyy as Heartt's teammate is going to be playing as Vikings, which means 15, 20, and 20% cheaper navy production in the Feudal Castle and Imperial Age. We'll see for Vikings also 20% extra HP on infantry units. And Ignacio, thank you so much. Am I saying that correctly, by the way? Ignacio, or let me know how to say it, but thanks so much for the sub. Coming in hot with a Prime Gaming subscription too. Hey, Algo Mystery, hi, welcome back. Hope you're doing alright. Thank you so much for the support, and I hope you guys are enjoying. I'm kind of lost. What was it talking about? Oh yeah, free wheelbarrow, free handcar for Vikings as well, and then for the team bonus a 15% discount on dogs. Meanwhile, for Villese and TheMax, well, we get yeah, the same civilizations actually. It's going to be a mirror matchup, right? Vikings for Villese, Lithuanians for TheMax, which means it's going to be up to each team's skill level. Much more so than about the civilizations, of course. As usual, it's not about the civs, about the players. So, what do we get? With double TC start, we'll most likely end up seeing fast castle for most everyone. It's well pronounced? Well, thank you. It's appreciated. Where are you from? Just, I'm just curious. I wake up and you're still alive? Yeah. When did you leave? When I was like 4 hours into the stream? 3 hours into the stream? It's been a while, yeah. Argentina! Con razón, loco. ¿Cómo no te voy a pronunciar bien el nombre? Anyway. For those who are not familiar with this map too much, the center monument is going to trickle gold to whoever's got control of it. To get control of it, you need to get rid of the fast fire ships that surround it. So it's not going to be particularly straightforward. Because fast fire ships surround the monument over here, it's also not possible for players to go for, you know, navy units on one pond and then move the navy units over to another pond because they'll get taken down by Gaia. So players will be safe in each quadrant, right? So like we have Heart taking advantage of the left-hand side one. We're gonna see also the Max playing in the south one, and then we have we actually have Villese over here as well. Yeah, it's fine, of course, they are sharing this. It's okay. Actually, the Max ended up transporting Vilese's villagers. And then on the right-hand side, Villese is here, right? So we have the Max down south. On the right-hand side, we have Yeah, Villese, and then up north we have Liereyy. So everyone's going to have their quadrant. They are going to be safe until anyone's get enough punching power to take on the fast fire ships, and then they'll be able to get across to other lakes. Village is already here for the max. It's interesting though. It seems like he should be able to go up to the castle age still, but it's not going to be as fast as he could have gone if he just had gone up with a few extra vills. Everybody else seems like they'll be able to go for a straight fast castle and a little bit of a stronger economy. Interesting strat, by the way. This is the first time that I think I see somebody go for walls around the bridge, actually. Anyway. Somebody else from Argentina as well. Da loco sound very Argentinian. Yeah, of course. Let's check. Yeah, Castle is already on the way for the max. Meanwhile, Villese is only going up to the village. Now, Villese took a little bit longer, though, to go up. Liereyy+Hearttt. Sure, they won't be up quite as fast as the max, but they will go up on a little bit of a stronger economy. And they should be able to go up significantly faster as well. The max had to wait a little bit. So I'm pretty curious as well, do we have any native Spanish speakers from Latin America other than Argentina? I know many of the Argentinians were watching Sandberg earlier today, before the series. Yeah, but I'm curious if we have anybody else from a different country. Guatemala! Nice! Welcome, welcome. Bienvenidos. Let's see. Okay, Lery's going up north, sending a few extra villages. Probably just for berries, right? Chile. Perfecto. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll take it that you speak Spanish, but I do know a lot of people would agree with that. Sorry, I just had to say it. Anyway. Castle is gonna be here for Heart and Liereyy very soon. So what do we get for the max? Greece! Well, that's not Spanish-speaking country, right? Unless you speak Spanish. Oh, maybe you're a native Spanish speaker and you just happen to be in Greece. That'd be interesting. But yeah. What do we get on the right-hand side? Here comes Liereyy. Managed to get... yeah. Some docks up. But it seems like Villese should be able to push him away. This is really good. Castle is here already for Liereyy though, so he should be able to go for the war. Oh, he's not even going for war galley, he's just going for straight longboats. It makes sense if he had some galleys out, then going for the war galley upgrade makes sense. But if you don't have too many units, then just going for straight longboats, it's going to be still good, of course. It's going to be a more straightforward approach to it. It's going to be just as good. Left hand side though, Max is roaming around with some knights. Shouldn't that getting cleaned up north, and over here it's probably going to be able to break through, but we do have extra knights coming out from Heart, so he should be able to defend himself just fine. Once again, both Heart and the Max are playing with Lithuanians, so they'll probably be fighting over relics as well very soon. Nice conversion over there, beautiful. From Heart. My native language is gibberish, basically the same as Spanish. Yeah, I can imagine it's gonna be pretty hard to understand both those, right? Anyway. Nice pressure from the Max. Some villages going down already. And Heart ends up taking yet another loss. How many villagers did the Max take down already? Man, that's another villager going down! 12 villagers the Max has taken so far this game. So he's getting a very nice eco lead because of it. Liereyy, on the other hand, is going for longboats already. We could potentially see that coming out from Villese as well. He does have some longboats coming out over here. Let's take a look at to see how many docks we have for each player. So we have 4 docks for Villese. We take a look at Liereyy and he's got 5 docks. He's just got them kind of scattered around that, right? He's got 2 on the right hand side, then he's got 3, sorry, on the right hand side, then he's got 2 somewhere else. Where are the other dogs? He's probably got them. I'm really sure actually. I can. Oh, right here. I'm new here. Is it allowed to write in Spanish? I would very much prefer if you wrote in English so that everybody else in the chat can understand, because I can understand your Spanish, but not everyone will be able to. Even if it's rudimentary, if you don't feel too comfortable, this is actually a very good opportunity to practice your English. But yeah, I would prefer to keep it in English. Let's check. My native language has like 400 native speakers. Weren't you more like 500? Let's check. Left hand side. Yeah, we'll see more knights coming over from the max again. I learned Spanish. Alright. I can understand you, but my English is not very good. Don't worry about it. Even if it's rudimentary English, it's fine. It's going to be very good practice for anybody who wants to improve their English, and it's going to allow other people to understand as well. And don't worry too much, because not everyone's going to be a native English speaker. I certainly am not. And many people around the chat are going to be okay with that. It's all good. Nice push. Oh boy. He does not have enough to take the TC down if it's fully garrisoned. We have almost a fully garrisoned TC over there, so he's gotta bail. I like that he's bringing monks over. He could potentially get some conversions on Heart's Knights, and ideally he would be able to get like a relic or two back home if he could. Do you have any relics for it? Not in the center, no. It seems like the relics are outside. There is only one relic or two relics left. Yeah, there are two relics left. So there's one up north, there's one down south, and then I imagine everything else is already collected, right? Not really. Do we have only two relics in the map? That doesn't seem correct. Didn't we have relics on top of the farms before? Kind of confused right now. But yeah, anyway, if any of the Lithuanian players can get both relics, that's already going to compensate for the fact they don't get Blast Furnace, so yeah. No, but when are Nikov and Capuch playing again? They have not confirmed the time just yet. So, probably Monday or Tuesday. Let's take a look at the left-hand side. The Max is roaming around still. Gotta be careful. Heart's got some monks to work with over here, and yeah, that's about it. Double click on the relics. We can do that. Oh man, we have atonement already, and he forces deletions on Max's monks. Okay, let's see if I can do it. I'm probably just gonna try to select this one because it seems a little bit easier to click. There are 4 relics somewhere. Not 100% sure, but yeah, if we can get 2 per Lithuanian player, that'd be ideal for them to compensate for the lack of Blast Furnace. Nice push over here from Villese on the right hand side. Siege Workshop. It's already up. He's got a Mangonel already out too. Yeah, let's see who'll take the better engagement over here. Looking good for Liereyy. Looking good for Liereyy. He's got more military units. And AMZ, yeah, significantly ahead in military. We also see Liereyy as the first player who will go up to the Imperial Age. Meanwhile, Suomi, they do have a stronger economy to work with, but it's gonna take a little bit longer for them to go up to the Imperial Age. Now, this is really good. Max taking the fast fire ships over here will end up getting control of, yeah, the monument. Let's see. Did you hear that? I don't know if you heard that. There's a little kitty inside the room right now. But yeah. Yeah, he's going away. 4 stables coming out for Hearttt. Show gold trickle? Yes. You can see it right here. Max is gonna be getting like, I think it was something like 90 gold per minute or 45 gold per minute. I'm not 100% sure. If you take a look at the map guides, you should see over there an exact amount. Good push from Hearttt. Extra stables coming up for the Max. Imperial H is on the way for Villese. That is not so much the case for the Max. With Liereyy already in the Imperial H, he'll get access to Elite, Longboat, but he's not gone for it just yet. So he's not really taking advantage of being in the Imperial H too much. As a matter of fact, Vilese's got a little bit of a higher village count right now. So once he gets to the Imperial H, he might actually be able to produce units a little bit better compared to... yeah, compared to Liereyy, we'll see. Right now, score is very close, ever so slightly higher for Suomi. Hold on. Good defense for the Max, man. He's just got so many knights coming out. Fantastic defense. He's taking everything. He's taking the Rams. He's taking knights. He is even tanking the conversions. How many stables do we have? So we have 7 stables for the Max to produce from. Meanwhile, we take a look at Hearttt, and on the other hand, he's got 4. Yeah, man, that is not good, and especially when many of these are forward. We see a defensive caster coming out for the Max, which means these stables are going down very soon from Hearttt. He's gonna be down to only 2 stables to keep on production from, and the Max, while still being in the castle age, could very well end up doing the most damage over here to Hearttt. Potentially secure Suomi's lead. On the right hand side, there is a castle drop coming out from Liereyy. And yeah. Looking pretty good. Heresy's working. You got it. Toms, hey, dude. Like a month ago, or I don't know how long. Actually, I think that was like a month ago. I think you sent a $1 tip, and I did not say thanks. I'm sorry about that. Thank you so much. I saw it after the stream was over, and then I was never able to find you again on the stream. But yeah, thank you so much. Very much appreciated as always. That's gonna be translated straight into avocados and fuel for the streamer. Heartt's converting everything. I don't think that's the case. These are going down right away. And Max is not microing these units, so I'm pretty sure that's just probably heresy. Imperial's coming out right now for the Max as well, and he's not scared of these monks anymore. Let's see if the Max can do enough damage to push Hearttt back over there faster than Lierey's putting pressure against Villese over here. Now, to be fair, both Liereyy and Villese are in the Imperial Age. But Lierey's had a very nice head start in trebuchet production, so he's putting a lot of pressure. Should be able to take both the castle and the TC down. Yes, I didn't see it. I'm really sure. I think I probably went to the bathroom or something, and I missed it. And then I saw it after the stream was over, and I was like, oh man, I was feeling so bad. And then I never saw you around the stream anymore, and I was like, oh, damn it. It probably doesn't want to come over again. But yeah, thank you so much. Belated thanks. Not so cool you can't remember that far. Well, it's not like I get donations every day, so. Donations are especially, like they are especially easy to remember because there is not too much, right? Subs you might get a lot more of, but donations not too much. There we go. These knights from the Max getting pushed away by Lierey's crossbows. Someone's still looking so much stronger though. There's champion upgrade coming up as well for Villese. You don't? I don't think so. You know what? Yesterday I was taking a look at it actually, because I was running some numbers for the month for expenses and stuff. And I think this month I got 5 tips, 6 tips, 6 donations I think. Now I don't remember the exact amount, the exact number of donations, but it was about that. I do remember if I forget to say thanks to somebody though. So it's not too much, and it's easy to remember. You don't have to give me too much credit. Dude, come on, that's not what I'm talking about. 7 and 12, thank you so much for the tape. It's very much appreciated. Now I feel bad. I feel like I was begging, but I'll take it though. That is, you know, 7 avocados and 7 perfectly good avocados. So thank you so much for the support. Hope you've been enjoying the tournament so far. Very good defense. Max is able to hold on against Heartt's push. On the right hand side, Liereyy has barreled through Villese's defenses, but on the right hand side, up north, we see Villese barreling through Lierey's defenses, but this guy's going down very soon. We have 4 trebuchets as well. So yeah. I'm thinking about getting this game. Is it still good? Oh yeah, man. This is now about the best time to get Age of Empires, to get back into Age of Empires if you are coming back to the franchise after a long time, or even if you're just coming into Age of Empires for the first time, it's a great time. There are so many tournaments, it's a very competitive scene, and that's gotta be GG from Liereyy and, yeah, Heartt. So Suomi end up getting a final score of 4-1 against ANZ. AM was dominating. They were dominating in previous 2v2 tournaments. To be fair, once again, Hera was there, Hera's not here. They are still very strong. But Suomi is getting a very comfortable victory for the second round against AMZ, 4-1, which is beautiful, and that's going to be, of course, not only match, but also 4 points. AM's going to be getting only 1 point for the second round, which is just, wow. No, but the beggar, eh? Let's take a look at the achievements. My boy Liereyy going down. I know, but it's for a good cause. We need more variety, right? We cannot have just AM dominating everything. What's the fun in that? Kind of reminds me when the Viper stopped being the uncontested #1. That became a little bit more interesting. So anyway, we have a very close 5-2 KD ratio for the max, which was pretty good. And then Villese ends up getting about 9-8 KD ratio over here, a little bit less than that. 9-8 KD ratio for Villese, and then Heartt and Liereyy significantly lower. Heartt especially ended up losing so much. 1-5 KD ratio for Heartt. Really well played. Max dominated. Villese sealed the deal. And for economy, we'll see also much stronger economy, of course, for Suomi, with significantly more than 50% of resources collected, and for society, we have also significantly more than 50% of worker distribution. As a matter of fact, it was going up to 60%. That was going to increase their eco lead even further later down the road, of course. So AM sees this coming, they call the GG, and well played. Suomi 4, AM